Welcome to Ridge Life. I'm Tim, and today on the Ridge, summer is over. It is officially fall, and here in West Tennessee, fall means storms. It is dry as a bone here in the summer, but in the fall, it starts to rain. When it rains, it comes up tornadoes. Now, we've got this 12 by 20 shed behind us, and it is not secured to the ground. It is leveled on blocks, but it could just blow away. So we're gonna fix that today with these. I got 40-inch anchors right here, guys. Look at this. We're gonna get it screwed into the ground, anchored to the bottom supports, and hopefully keep our shed from going to Oz. I got a package of 6 of these earth anchors off Amazon. You can use them for mobile homes, sheds, trampolines, all that kind of thing. They are steel, they are substantial. They actually have a real sharp tip on the end. See if you can see that right there. Actually, take this little, it comes with a little rubber protector, but those things are actually pretty darn sharp. I'll put that back on because I don't want to hurt myself. The part that digs down in the dirt, this auger right here, is 4 inches in diameter. Check that out. 4 inches in diameter. So it will grab and get down deep inside there. They're 40 inches long total. Look at that, 40 inches long. On this end, they've got an eyelet. You see that eyelet right there? That eyelet, you can attach a strap to, or you can put a bolt through is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put washer and bolt right through there on the bottom support beams of the shed. I'll show you that in just a minute. Now this eyelet unscrews here. I'll show you, see this one right here is unscrewed. Here's the eyelet, just takes off there. And the eyelet, you can see right here, is 14 millimeter hex. See that? 14 millimeter hex when you take the eyelet off. And it comes with a 14 millimeter impact adapter. So you can just put your impact driver right on into there, deep down into the earth. At least that's what I'm hoping. I don't have any rock, so I should be good with a 1/4 inch impact driver. If not, I'll have to get the big 3/8 or 1/2 inch impact wrench out, or just do it by hand, and I really don't want to do that. But we're going to try that 1/4 inch impact driver first. So 6 of these, I think that's going to be just fine. Let me go over and show you what we're going to do. If we look right here on the edge of the shed, we can see we got 4 runners, and I believe those are 4 by 6 inch beams. They're bevel cut on the end right there. So what I'm going to do is drive them down right in there. A little bit of an angle to go that way, and then once the eyelet lines up with the end of the post, then drive that bolt and washer straight in there, keeping it down. 2 on this end, 2 on that end, and we'll see. Let's go around the corner and see what we're going to do in the middle. What I'm going to attempt in the middle here is to drive these earth anchors at an angle. Get centered up right here, center of the windows, the center of the shed. I'm going to drive it at an angle like that, as straight up as I can, but at an angle. And then when the eyelet just gets level with that bottom beam down there, then I'll put the bolt and the washer in there. I'm hoping I can get it to line up. That's going to be the tricky part. Show you a closer look of how I'm going to fasten to the eyelet. I've got this big lag bolt right here, right, with a big head on it. And I got a small washer because I've got a big washer. That way it doesn't fall through. Because if I don't use the big washer, it's just barely the right size for that. So I'm gonna use this big washer here. I had a few extra left over from what I ordered for the solar carport over there. So, but if you see, it doesn't quite match up there right. See that? So what I gotta do is put it above like that. So instead of putting it above like that, I'm gonna grind off the bottom edge of this so it fits flush right inside the eyelet right there. I think that's a good idea. So I got these 6 washers right here. I'm gonna put them in my vise. Get them put in my vise. Get them lined up as good as possible. Gonna use my handy dandy cobalt grinder, but first I need some PPE, don't I? Where's me some glasses? Come on with the glasses. Boom, magic, found the glasses. All right, here we go. So I got my washers right here. I'm just gonna grind like the top, maybe 10-15% off the top. Just give it a flat top. We'll see how this goes. I think that'll do it. Is that enough off the top? Well, let's go get an eye bolt and check it out. All right. You thought I was going to grab them with my bare hands, didn't you? Whoo, they're still hot even with my even with my gloves on. So let me get one apart here. They're actually welded together a little bit. See if I can get one apart. There we go. I got one right here. Check that out. That looks pretty cool, don't it? Let me get there. Oh yeah, okay. So let's see. I got an eye bolt right here. All right, I got there. Put that right through there. Here's the moment of truth. Is it going to work? Is it going to work? See what? Tell me what you think. Get that right there. Boom. Look at that. What do you think? I think that looks wonderful. Look at that. There we go. Perfect. First thing I'm going to do is drill a pilot hole in the center of my beam there. That way my lag bolt will go in easier and not split this. Let me get right in the center of it. Ah! I'm gonna go just a little bit of an angle here because if I don't, the blades are gonna keep it too far away from the beam. So just get a little bit of an angle and then this will bend back as I go. So let's see how this digs. Got it leveled up straight. Try not to overheat my impact driver. I may end up having to get that impact wrench out. But right now, I'm just gonna keep going with this and see how this first one does. Maybe try a little slow motion or a little time lapse for you here and see how it goes down. My goodness. Let's see. We used half a 4 amp hour battery on one, but once it got down about a foot into it, then it really started to go quicker. I guess there's a hard layer right there, but once it broke through, it started to go a little quicker, but whoo, 2 amp hours. Luckily I've got a few batteries. This may take a while. Got it about the right height. Let's screw the eyelet in all the way. I sure hope I got it the right depth. Looks like I do though. All right, I think I got it just the right distance from the beam too. All right, so now to go a little bit more around. I can do a screwdriver for that. Actually, let me use this bolt right here. My goodness, my goodness, my goodness. Oh yeah, gonna have to get a bigger bolt. I don't need a bigger bolt, I need a bigger wrench. Let's get this turned around. Boom, perfect. All right, let's see if all of this lines up the way I wanted it to. Get that there. Get that washer flipped over. Boom. I don't know if y'all can see that. Right there, look at that. Oh yeah, that is perfect. Let's get the 14-inch adapter off here, get my 3/8 to 1/4 inch socket adapter. Now we're going to need a 1/2 inch impact socket to get that lag bolt in. I got this Vevor Tough Tools at half the price impact set. This thing is amazing. Let's see, I need a 1/2 inch. I'm going to use this deep well right here, 3/8 to 1/2 inch. All right, let's see if we can get this thing started. That worked perfectly. Goodness gracious. I love how the washers turn just right on that post. It's a 40-inch auger or anchor, and I'm about 8 to 10 inches above the ground. So I'm at least 30 inches in the ground, and that's gonna hold it. And the way the bolt goes in at this angle, that is some really good strength right there. I'll tell you one thing, this 1/2 inch impact socket from Vevor did the trick. Didn't even get twisted or hot or bend or break. That's what I'm talking. Hey, check this set out here, because this thing is amazing. This set goes from 3/8 all the way to 1 1/4 for the 1/2 inch drive. That thing is huge. Look at that right there. And for the 1/2 inch metric, we've got 9 millimeter all the way up to 32 millimeter. That is huge for the 1/2 inch. For the 3/8, we're down from 5/16 deep well all the way up to 13/16 deep well. Again, that's the 3/8. And then for the metric, 6 millimeter, that little bitty guy right there, all the way down to 19 millimeter. We've got a 1/2 inch extension, and we've got a 3/8 extension. And then we have a 1/2 inch to 3/8 adapter and a 3/8 to 1/2 inch adapter. Of course, we have this really nice case. Keep everything nice and clean and dry. Can't beat it. Vevor, tough tools, half the price. Oh, wouldn't you know it? It's starting to pour down rain. Well, at least we got that one in before the storm hit. So I'll come back here. We'll get the rest of them done and use our Vevor tool set too. Oh, I gotta get this camera out of the rain. Let's go. Welcome back, everybody. The storm has gone, but the next storm is coming. I don't know if you can tell that from the clouds up there. So we've got to hurry up and get the rest of the anchors in. The shed is still in place, luckily. Nothing moved around in those high winds and rain, but we got work to do before that next rain comes, so let's get it done. Now, I did get to thinking, these little lag screws I used right here are probably fine, but the way I'm putting them in the ends of the runners, normally you put them in the side of a board, but the end is not as strong. I decided to go a little bit bigger, so I went to the hardware store and I got these big bad boys. These are 1/2 inch, 6 inch long galvanized lag bolts. I think these were going to do the job, so I'm going to replace that one that's down there and get the rest of these in for the earth anchors around the rest of the shed. So I think, what do you think? I think it's going to be better. Took out that little lag bolt, put in this 1/2 inch by 6 inch, and that is sturdy. That ain't going nowhere. One down, 5 to go. Let's go ahead and get this one going. Just a little bit of an angle right there. I think that'll be just fine. Oop, gotta go the right direction. Those little impact drivers are having a hard time. I actually had to drive the rest of this anchor in with a breaker bar as well. Just, wasn't too bad because we don't have much rock around here, but I'm gonna have to do the same thing to this lag bolt, tighten it up with the, because that little impact drivers just don't have enough butt. So make sure you got a good little breaker bar. A longer one than this is even better, but this one's working pretty good. Because that is a big, big bolt. Get it all the way in there. Nice and flush. All right, I think that's good. All right, now for the hard one. I've got to get this in at an angle, and then as it gets closer, start to bend it back up. Luckily, I've got them long lag bolts. The longer the lag bolt, the more you can pull it in. So I've got it centered up under the window, which should be center of the 10 by 20 shed. Well, let's go ahead and try this, see how good it works. And it's so muddy right here. Look at the bottom of my shoes. Woof. All right, the impact driver was overheating, binding up. My batteries are going through just like that. Gonna go back to the 14 millimeter with the breaker bar, and I'll show you how easy it is. Now, that's in quotes, by the way. You're gonna use some muscle, but it will go. Now, if you had a longer breaker bar, that will make it go a lot quicker. Now, the breaker bar is nice because you can go like this. A ratchets usually aren't long enough, but the breaker bars, they do the job. Goes down fairly quickly, I should say. Getting down to the bottom is gonna be very difficult, very fun. Fun, again, fun in quotation marks. All right, I'll tell you right now, this mud is not making it easier. That's about as far down as I can get it. Let me go ahead and get the eye bolt in. And hopefully I can get the drill bit in there, get a pilot hole, and then get that lag bolt in. I'm gonna turn that just a little bit more, but that should be good. Looks like I'm gonna go about right there for the hole. So let me just get a pilot start. All right, there. I can take this off, take that off, and then once I get that off, I should be able to get that drill up there and drill that pilot hole. If that's the, at least that's the plan anyway. He's definitely, this job is not an easy job, but it's a job somebody's got to do. Alrighty. I'm lucky this mud is real soft. Since this is the first time I've had this right knee on the ground since my knee surgery. I'm telling you. But luckily it's like putting it on a marshmallow, and I'm leaning on the left side here. So let's see if I can get this started, because it really is better to have a long lag bolt, because this thing is the way it's angled. I couldn't get it close enough. I should have really gone more under, but then you're kind of like this. So I'm gonna see if hopefully this will bite. Once it bites, it'll pull it up to it. But that's the thing, getting it to bite. And I think I can do that. Oh yeah, I can get it. Here we go. Not a problem. See if we can get it the rest of the way in. It's going. I may end up having to use the breaker bar to get the last little bit of that in there, but I think it's gonna go. All right, I had to get a little fancy here. I got a couple extensions, and I got my socket, breaker bar. Let's see if I can. All right, look at that. That's how you do it right there. Now I'm gonna be able to get it all the way up to the runner. Okay, a few more times of this, and I'll be there. Oh yeah, woohoo! Don't forget, if you'd like to get your own Vevor Tough Tools at half the price impact socket set, I'll leave a link down in the description. You will not be sorry. Also, if you want those earth anchors, got those off Amazon. I'll have a link down in the description as well. Make sure you check out both those products. Appreciate you. We got it done. Even though there was all this mud right here and getting up under there was difficult, we got it done. Make sure you have the right tools for the job, and you can get it done too. 3 down, 3 to go. Not gonna bore you with those 3, so let me get out of this mud and I'll say goodbye to you. Take a look at our beautiful 12 by 20 shed and see the work we did today. Here's our first anchor we did, and I'm really glad we decided to go with the 1/2 inch by 6 inch bolt. That little lag bolt we originally started with, not too happy with that, a little bit small. Come over to the second one, you can see is a little bit shorter, means it's deeper in the ground, leans out just a little bit. Now I'll probably put something, not an underpinning, but I'll have gravel. I'm gonna have gravel on all, these 2 sides for sure, so that's not a big deal. Let me come back over here, and you can see the sun's going down. We got lucky with the rain. It didn't hit, we didn't hit us. We finished up without getting stormed on again, but you can see right here, that one turned out very nicely. Not too much of an angle, got it all the way in. The washer's a little spun, but doesn't really matter on those bottom ones right there. Come around here, we can see this one, perfectly straight up and down. Turned out great. Nice and secure. Very tight. Okay, and the last one on this end, it is again a little bit leaning out. I got it a little bit closer to the shed there. Again, doesn't matter, perfectly tight. And last but not least, on the back side over here, that one turned out nicely. You can see that right down in there, guys. So all 6 of them are done. Well, again, that was no easy task, but we got it done today here on the Ridge. It is very important to make sure you anchor down your shed, your tiny home, especially your powerhouse where all your power to your off-grid Barndominium is going to be. You know what I'm saying? But I'm very happy with how it turned out. I got all 6 of them in. I wore the plum out. The storm has held off, but I see another storm brewing off in the distance. So guys, I'm going to let you go. Make sure you hit that thumbs up if you like today's video. Hit that notification bell to be notified anytime a new video comes out on Ridge Life. And guys, as always, I hope everyone has a blessed day. Go Ridge Life.